Hi guys. So today is January 5th. It's just after 12 p.m. And I haven't updated for 2 days, but I was a little bit productive yesterday. Um, and I was able to do a little ministry work. Last night was very difficult. So for those of you that live in the GTA, Durham, Ontario province, you know that the temperature went down to -30 last night. Um, my windows all around my apartment had frost on them. And that's kind of crazy. So my bed, which is a king size bed, is by the window, but I don't sleep by the window. I actually sleep the furthest away from it. Yet my body could still feel the cold coming through. So I had to use my heating blanket. Um, I'm actually going to I want to get into a conversation with some of you, and I want to pose the question out there about how do you keep yourself warm in at night? Like what are you doing right now to get yourselves through the night? Because I had a very difficult time falling asleep. I don't think I went to bed till 2. It is what it is. So this morning I woke up and I had a really difficult morning. I wasn't expecting it. I woke up. My lovely cleaning company is over to clean my apartment. And before anybody back there thinks, oh, this is something fancy or whatever, what it takes to clean an apartment and have the chronic pain uh, is extremely hard. I have gone to support groups where ladies tell me, mothers tell me that they still clean the house, and by the time that they're finished, they are done for the day, and that they can't do it all the time, and that they dread it. They dread it. They dread cleaning their own house simply because um, they know that the pain that is going to come afterwards from doing such a laborious activity. So I have a cleaner. I will put details down below. But I have to budget for it. The money that I use to get a cleaner means that there's not money somewhere else. So I've had to learn how to budget and change some things around. Um, I also have to do things like get groceries delivered. So I know that there's Grocery Gateway. I know that there's the new one, Instacart. I still think that some of these things are expensive in terms of not only the pricing that they're doing, but also um, some places are doing delivery charges, some are not. Meanwhile, Walmart and other places aren't. So it's kind of interesting. But I get my food delivered. I get my food delivered, especially the tins, the milk, the water, all of the heavy stuff. But what I do try to do is I try to go out to the grocery store to actually get my fruits and my vegetables so that I can pick what I feel is fresh or what the type that I'm looking for. Um, in addition to that, this morning I woke up, coming back to this morning, I woke up and I started walking around, but then I found my legs my legs did something that I was completely not expecting today. My legs decided that it was going to go on high flare up immediately. I literally only started walking around my apartment just to tidy up before the cleaner came in. And um, you remember that cold ice feeling? This is what I was telling some people about. You know that feeling when you stick your hand into, it could be like a hot summer day, but you stick your hand into like a pail of cold ice looking for that drink. And then your hand gets so cold when it comes out, it's like tingling and pain and pins and needles and sharp or stabbing. That's what we feel. Or at least that's what I feel. Um, and I have it was going up throughout my legs, into my feet, up my side, my calves, and my hips. Um, Literally, I started shaking a little bit because I got a flare up. My body was so intense, I got a flare up. And I will post what a flare up for me looks like just so that you guys know. Um, Also, one of the things that I had to do was go into survival mode. It's something else that I want to talk to you guys about. What are you doing when you are home or you're in pain. So those are two questions. What are you doing when you're stuck at home? What keeps you busy? What keeps you active? Because there's some people that just watch TV when there's so many other things that you could do, or not even think about. I know that there's some knitting clubs and crocheting clubs, but some people paint. Um, and those are some things that I would definitely like to try this year, see how that goes, is new hobbies. But for me, survival mode does a couple of things. One, I don't like to take meds. Um, I don't like to take meds more than they're needed because I don't want to feel like I'm always drugged and I have a lot of drugs going into my system. I have a couple of things that I do. So I'm going to show you and have a conversation with you really quickly about meds. I'm putting a disclosure out there right now. I'm going to be talking about things that some Christians, some SDAs, I'm Seventh-day Adventist, but some SDAs have conflicts about. But I'm trying to bring very much awareness, and I'm trying to be very truthful about the walk that I am in. So I'm going to have a conversation with you, and I'm just going to say that what I speak about is my beliefs and has no association with my church or my religion or things like that. Okay, so I have a variety of pills. Oh, the sun's in your way. Sorry. Um, I have to take tramadol that helps me with my pain. A lot of people with fibromyalgia are taking this. In addition to that, I started off with amitriptyline because I have IBS, which I had before the accident, but is a symptom of having fibromyalgia because your stomach gets upset. So I was on amitriptyline because it was a so-called antidepressant for my stomach. When I started taking it more consistently, because after the accident, my stomach went into high flare up on its own. I wasn't able to eat. I couldn't even have mashed potatoes for a month without it hurting my system, my stomach. It was painful. So to assist my stomach, they put me on amitriptyline, which is also an antidepressant. However, when I started taking the amitriptyline very often, I had bad side effects. So now I am on, what am I on? Stupid brain fog. I'm on Cymbalta. Thank you. I know some other people use Lyrica or something else. Sorry, guys. This is what's going to happen. I get my brain fog. In addition to that, I have to take my sleeping pills, which are Zipiclone. I had a conversation with you about that earlier in one of my earlier posts. I don't take it every night, and I also learned in going to a support group by the Arthritis Association. You guys need to check this out. I will actually put up some links below of websites for you to find out about resources. I think one thing that we're hearing is no, they do not have a cure. But what they are trying to do is help us learn how to manage it, which is really what this whole journal this year is about, learning how to manage your fibromyalgia and live with it. The pain will not go away. I'm still adjusting to that, but how do we manage through it? So I'll put some links below for you guys to be able to see exactly where you might be able to find some resources, or what I've been able to do to see if there's something close into your neck of the woods, whether it be in Canada, the US, or even somewhere in the world. Let's have this conversation. So I know you're hearing stuff in the background. That's my cleaner. Keeping it real. So keeping on. Tramadol, Zipiclone, Cymbalta. For my IBS, I take something else that helps for when my stomach starts getting upset. And finally, I actually have to take birth controls. And not because of my fibromyalgia, but really because I have I also have fibroids and sensory. It's heavy, and the birth control pills reduces that and doesn't allow me to lose as much blood, which lowers my irons and things like that, which isn't going to help. So I got to take that. Some other things that I do. There's vitamins. There's so many vitamins out there that people are suggesting. If you are taking vitamins, not selling, but taking vitamins, you're more than welcome to say what has been helping with you, because I'm going into year 2, and there have been people out there for 25 years, 15 years that have been trying things. So educate us, oh wise elders. Vitamins. So the same way that I have my little pouch that I got from Shoppers uh, for my pills, because I used to actually travel with a very big black bag, and I used to put all my pills in it, and it was driving me crazy because I didn't need to carry every single pill box. So this is my traveling. I put it in my purse. I also have vitamin C's. I like my chewable. I like my chewable vitamin C's. And this will help me when I'm losing energy. So the recommended, I do the chewables come in 500 milligram, but I actually do, I take 2 at a time. So I take them in the morning, or I'll take them in the afternoon, but I try not to take them in the evening if I know that I'm trying to get to bed early, because vitamin C gives you energy. So I try not to do anything after like 5 or 6 at night. I take, there's some other things that I take. So I take the regular medicine that your doctors and your pharmacists prescribe. I take vitamins that help me, calcium, D3, B complex. Um, I'm trying to get into magnesium, but the one way that I do magnesium is I do Epsom salt baths. The Epsom salt bath has magnesium in them, and they help. You can get it at any pharmacy. Um, it is expensive, and expensive I mean $10 or so, $10 to $13, depending on if you're getting a box or a bag. Um, this is really essential for you. Taking an Epsom salt bath helps put nutrients and necessary supplements back into your body. And you don't take a cup. So, sorry, most people want to take like a small handful and put it in. You can't do that. When you think of the ratio of the amount of water that you're putting into your bathtub with what you need to put in with the Epsom salt, it needs to be very large. When I get a bag of Epsom salt, I can use that between 2 to 3 times, depending on how severe I'm in pain, or if I just got a massage or something like that, or how deep my massage was. If I have a box, it's only lasting me twice. Um, so recommend trying to get into there at least once a week. It helps. It really does help. Um, I also, here's the disclaimer, I also do medical marijuana. Um, I know that our church might have a controversy about that, but I'm not going to have that conversation. I'm going to tell you why I do it. Um, I cannot describe the pain. I can try to. I have been trying to describe the type of pain that I have been going through. However, medical marijuana does assist me. And the same way that I have my medicine, and I try to be very conscious of how often I take it and how much I put into my system and how it affects me, is the exact same way that I am when it comes to my medical marijuana. I have 2 types. One that kind of relaxes me and calms me down, and one that will actually give me energy so that I can go out. Because when you have fibromyalgia, I'm not really sure about other chronic pains, but you 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 lack so much energy. Um, I used to be like, if I told you the things that I used to do, and to know that right now I can't even do an eighth of it, um, is really difficult. Uh, we have that conversation about the tortoise and the hare. Some days the tortoise is faster than us, and some days we're lucky if we keep up to the speed of the tortoise. So it's not my first resort, but I am very conscious about how I take it, when I take it, um, because it's not meant to be recreational. It's meant to be alleviating pain. So we talked about different things. I just want to find out from you guys, what are you doing? Um, this is a chronic pain that affects so many people in Canada and in North America. I don't even know where else around the world, but I'm assuming somewhere else around the world. And let's find out what's out there. Let's share. I know that this is something that is still very new. No, it is actually not something new. I will try to educate when I do sessions as well, but it is something that is not new. It has been around for, I believe, almost at least 2 decades, but it's now being more recognized um, as a uh, as a chronic pain. So write in the comments. Let me know what you think about what I'm saying. Let me know if there's topics you want to discuss. Let me know what you're doing. It is -30 outside. It's going to be like that until Sunday. I am not leaving my house. I will be live streaming some kind of church tomorrow just so that I can feel like I'm participating. But what are you doing out there? Share in the comments. Like if you like this. If not, that's cool. But peace and love, y'all. Have a blessed day. Bye.
But it's cold outside.